Oh, I'm the biggest fan in the world. I'm the biggest Michael Jackson fan in the world. I've traveled all over the world, following him around, stayed outside the hotels in many continents, and I've been doing this for 25 years. Yes, I stood outside the courthouse in Santa Barbara. I stood there every day for the whole period of the court case. Yeah, when most people today would have distanced themselves from him, when all of the celebrities who he asked to come and witness for him didn't want to be a part of him, didn't want to know Michael Jackson. But now today everybody loves Michael, so he's multi-talented. You know, you rarely come across somebody in the entertainment world who can cover, you know, being a choreographer, songwriter, a singer, a dancer, a movie director. You know, he's really clever behind the scenes in editing and, you know, his imagination. There's so much about him that people don't realize unless you work as an editor or in the music world. He mixes music in ways that have never been done, and he makes all artists aspire to perfection. He demands perfection from everybody who works for him. If he was here today, he'd make you shoot this 100 times, and then another 100 for 1 minute of work. That's why he's perfect.
I'm out here with the Revolution newspaper because I think Michael Jackson's life is a testimony of the oppression of black people in this country. You know, he did tremendous things, as successful as anyone could be, but look how he was treated. And we're here with a special issue called Oppression of Black People, the Crimes of this System, and the Revolution We Need. You know, having the kind, well, like this quote that we took out of it says from Bob Avakian, there never will be a revolutionary movement in this country that doesn't fully unleash and give expression to the sometimes openly expressed, sometimes expressed in partial ways, and sometimes expressed in the wrong ways, but deeply felt desire to be rid of these long centuries of oppression of black people. There's never going to be a revolution in this country, and never should be, one that doesn't make that one key foundation what it's all about. And this I feel very strongly, you know, that here this person created art that impacted the whole world, and yet he was treated in just the most brutal way by this system in many different ways, you know. So we like people to get involved with fighting for changing the whole setup and not just a few laws or something.
Well, I came out here today, I was impressed. I heard all the people that were going to be down here today, and right here what I have is, this right here is an obituary. It's called In Loving Memory of Michael Jackson. And I know so many people are moved by Michael Jackson and his music. And so what brought me out here today was, I'm curious to know if a lot of people who really didn't know Michael Jackson as to what Michael Jackson believed in. Now, I'll tell you what I believe in. I believe that Jesus Christ, when he comes back, I'm a Christian, and I believe that what's in this right here is a lot of good information about the life of Michael Jackson, as far as where's Michael at right now. So, is Michael in heaven? Do we know if Michael is in heaven? Well, we're down here letting people know if Michael Jackson is in heaven or not, because the Bible tells us where a man goes once he dies. So that's why I came down here. Also moved by so many people who don't even know anything about Christianity. They're down here just to see Michael Jackson, man. So I'm moved by all the people that are coming down here just because of Michael Jackson, and I thought it was an opportunity for me to come down here and present what God wants us to know, man. And Michael Jackson said in the interview, he said that when he died, he wanted his kids to know about God. And this was one of the guys on television said, that's what brings me down here today, man. I'm enjoying myself. It's not so much about everyone getting this in their hand or not, but just being a witness also. And that's what I'm doing, man. A lot of people read his life through his music. You got people who didn't even understand English, but it was a performance that he did. He was able to talk to people in a lot of ways that other people could not. Let's take, for instance, he had a song called Man in the Mirror. That was something that everybody in every lifestyle could reason with. You would look at his videos, you would see starving kids all overseas. So that's the universal about Michael Jackson. He was a worldwide icon because he was able to identify with what everybody was going through, man. And so I can appreciate how people are coming down here. You said something. You said Michael Jackson was universal. But you know what? With his university, we see all different type of people down here. Everybody's doing something different, but all different walks of life are down here. If we could all come to agreement on who the true God in heaven is, then you know what? Michael's death could very well have done something.
today. We're giving a tribute to the king, you know, king of pop. And we missed the man today, but it's a blessing. He always gonna be with us, because his music live forever, you know.
Yeah.
So respect to the king, Michael Jackson, and to all his fans and people. From King John. Bless you, Lord Father.
So you Rasta?
Yes, I am. All the way from Belize City, you know.
Believe? How long have you
Yes.
been in the States?
We stayed for many, many years. What I mean, like, I got over 20 years, you know. I've been traveling with music all over LA and everywhere. Over the world, I've been doing reggae music and soca music.
So what do you think it is that's so great about Michael's?
Well, Michael is bring a lot of inspiration to people, and a lot of people talk a lot of negativity, but that's not Michael. Michael was the king of music, brother, and he gave people whatever they wanted. And that's what I know about him, you know, and I always respect him. I respect his music. Blessed the man, may he rest in peace, and we are always going to be with him.
So what are your thoughts on the way he altered his appearance?
The appearance to the world is the king of music, Rasta. You never have another Michael right now. Michael always going to be with us. And his appearance was great. Everybody loved him when he come on the stage. You know, I'm sorry he couldn't do the other shows that he had coming up.
Yeah.
But his spirit, he going to be there.
So his skin being brightened and his nose, that doesn't...
Well,
mean
it doesn't
anything to
matter,
you?
because it's Michael to me. And you know, I have no other Michael like I say, you know, whatever he does, that's his life.
Yeah.
You know, I'll always bless the man.
I asked you that because I know a lot of Rastas believe that you shouldn't touch your hair.
Yes, I understand it, but you know, what God creates, no man curse. You know, that's the blessing of Mike.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I came here on faith because someone paid for my ticket to get here. Because Michael Jackson, he was a great young man, and he worked it with my young grandchildren, the Another Bad Creation, for a long time with Barry Wharton, with Motown. So I had to get here. But people, there's a message was sent here today. We got to grab the vision. The vision is that Michael is gone now, and someone must pick up the foundation, you young children, and move it forward. So we just thank you and bless you. And we just ask the world to really look at this and say, will I move forward and do something great in the world where I would leave a legacy for my children and my family? It's a legacy was left today. And so we want the world to know that Michael had a compassion for people. He gave to the poor. And we're saying, Hollywood, the rest of you in Hollywood, are you going to give to the poor? Are you going to help the needy? Are you going to have a compassion in your heart for people? Are you going to love like Michael? Would you give? So I know that Michael is gone now, but we say, Michael, we love you, and we will not forget you, but we know now that you're gone, and we have to move forward on the good things that you've done here. And I know you suffered, and your mom really and dad loved you in their own way. And I know that your mother right now is hurting because her mother weep for her child because she had him. And so people, we have to know that when we have our children, we cannot compromise with the world, but we got to love, and we got to have the compassion, and we got to help each other. So God bless you. God bless you.